Life does not transform in one giant leap. It transforms in a series of small, deliberate steps that may feel insignificant at the time, but when aligned with purpose, lead to extraordinary outcomes. We often wait for the big break, the miracle, or the sudden stroke of luck that will change everything. But the truth is, destiny is not written in single, dramatic moments. It is sculpted in the daily choices, in the routines we embrace, and in the courage to keep moving forward even when no one notices. Think of water dripping steadily onto a stone. Each drop seems too small to matter, yet over years the stone wears down, reshaped by persistence. In the same way, your small steps, your daily acts of discipline, kindness, focus, and courage are carving the landscape of your life, shaping your future into something far more powerful than you can imagine. We often underestimate what we can accomplish in a year of consistent effort, while overestimating what can be done in a single burst of energy. The truth is simple: destiny belongs to those who master the art of small, steady steps. Destiny is not something waiting for you in the distant future. It is not hiding at the end of some long road, waiting for you to arrive. Destiny is created in the present moment, through your daily choices, thoughts, and actions. The way you start your day, the thoughts you choose to dwell upon, the food you put into your body, the words you speak to others, and the work you commit to doing, these all weave together to create the fabric of your destiny. It's easy to believe that greatness comes from one grand decision. But think of an athlete. They don't become champions because of one performance. Their destiny is built in daily training sessions, in the discipline of rising early, in the sacrifices made when no one is applauding. Their victories are merely the public display of private habits. The same applies to you. Whether your dream is to build a business, cultivate love, or grow spiritually, your destiny is being crafted not tomorrow, but today, not by leaps, but by the daily steps that you might consider too small to matter. Remember, every day is destiny in motion. When you begin with small steps, something remarkable happens, momentum builds. Just as a snowball grows as it rolls downhill, your consistent actions gather energy, strength, and impact over time. At first, progress feels invisible. You take a step toward health by eating better, but the change doesn't show immediately. You begin a new project and the results feel slow, but if you keep going, the compound effect begins. Small acts of discipline, repeated day after day, transform into unstoppable momentum. Think about a river. It doesn't start as a mighty force. It begins as tiny streams and drops of water. But as it flows, it gathers strength, shaping valleys, nourishing life, and creating landscapes. Your small acts are streams feeding into the river of your destiny. The danger is underestimating those small acts. Many give up too soon because they do not see instant results. But if you trust momentum and allow your actions to build upon themselves, you will witness transformation. Success is not a single event. It is momentum in motion. One of the hardest parts of taking small steps is that the results are often invisible in the beginning. You may work for weeks, months, even years without seeing the breakthrough you long for. This is where faith becomes essential. Faith is not just believing in something you can already see. It is trusting the unseen, the invisible growth happening beneath the surface. A seed takes time to sprout. For months, it looks like nothing is happening, yet beneath the soil, roots are forming, life is stirring, and potential is building. Your small steps are seeds. Every day you practice self-discipline, choose kindness, or commit to learning, you are planting seeds. And though you may not see immediate results, life is aligning those seeds to bring forth a harvest greater than you imagined. This is why so many fail. They dig up their seeds before they have time to grow. But when you trust the process, when you hold on to faith even when results are hidden, you give destiny the chance to unfold in its perfect timing. Remember, faith is the bridge between small steps and giant destinies. Discipline is the silent architect of destiny. While talent, intelligence, and passion all matter, discipline is what transforms potential into reality. And discipline is born in the small steps, choosing what is difficult in the moment for the sake of something greater in the future. Discipline is saying no to distractions so you can say yes to growth. It is choosing to wake up early, to practice when you don't feel like it, to continue moving when comfort calls you to stop. Character is not formed in dramatic moments. It is shaped in the daily choices of discipline. And character in turn determines destiny. The greatest leaders and visionaries all shares this: they honor discipline in small things. They treated each step, each practice, each effort as sacred. In doing so, they shaped not only their achievements, but also who they became in the process. Discipline may feel heavy at first, but over time it becomes freedom. For when you master discipline, you are no longer ruled by impulse. You are guided by intention. Small steps gain power when they are aligned with vision. A vision is more than a goal. It is a picture of the life you are called to create. Without vision, Your small acts may scatter in different directions, producing little impact, but with vision, every step, no matter how small, moves you closer to your destiny. Imagine two people planting seeds. One plants randomly, scattering them without thought. The other plants with a clear plan, creating a garden of beauty and nourishment. Both take small steps, but only one creates lasting impact because the steps were guided by vision. Your vision acts like a compass. It ensures that your energy, discipline, and momentum are channeled in the right direction. It magnifies your effort, multiplying its effect. When your vision is strong, even the smallest step carries profound meaning. A single word written each day becomes a book. A single dollar saved becomes wealth. A single act of kindness each day creates a life of love. Destiny is not just about taking steps. It is about taking steps toward the vision you hold in your heart. Finally, persistence is the golden thread that weaves everything together. You can begin with small steps, build momentum, and even have vision. But without persistence, the journey stalls. Persistence is the ability to keep going, even when the path feels endless, even when results are delayed, even when you feel weary. It is the refusal to quit, the resilience to rise again after failure, and the courage to continue when circumstances tell you to stop. Every giant destiny is born of persistence. History's greatest breakthroughs, scientific discoveries, works of art, social transformations were the result of ordinary people refusing to give up. Persistence transforms the ordinary into the extraordinary. It turns daily repetition into mastery. It transforms small acts into great achievements. Think of a sculptor chiseling stone. Each strike of the hammer may appear small, but persistence reveals the masterpiece hidden inside. Your persistence will reveal the masterpiece of your destiny. When we stand at the threshold of our dreams, it is tempting to think that destiny demands leaps, that greatness is achieved only by bold, sweeping acts, but the truth whispers to us differently. The truth is softer, gentler, and yet far more enduring. Greatness is built step by step. Life is not asking you for one grand gesture. Life is inviting you into a rhythm of steady faith, consistent effort, and persistent courage. Each day, with every small choice you make, you are writing the script of your destiny. Pause for a moment and think about your own life. The times you grew the most were not marked by a single dramatic moment, but by the quiet consistency of action. The books you read, the habits you formed, the daily work you committed to, these were the forces that shaped you. So often, people underestimate this truth. They believe that only the big moments matter. The job offer, the award, the recognition, the applause. But destiny is not created in the spotlight. It is formed in the shadows of your daily steps, in the silence of your small decisions, in the persistence of your unseen efforts. Imagine standing at the base of a mountain. If you stare at the summit, you might feel overwhelmed, thinking, how can I ever reach such heights? But if you focus only on the step before you, and then the next, and the next, soon you realize you are climbing. Each small step was enough. Each step carried you closer. And before long, the summit that once seemed impossible is beneath your feet. This is the rhythm of life. Small steps create momentum. Momentum creates transformation. Transformation creates destiny. Now, let's reflect deeper. What are these small steps? They are not grand or complicated. They are the simple, everyday choices that align with your vision. Waking up a little earlier, practicing patience when you feel frustrated, choosing kindness over harshness, reading instead of scrolling, saving instead of wasting, speaking gratitude instead of complaint. None of these actions seem extraordinary in the moment, but destiny is hidden in their repetition. A single brick is ordinary, but when placed daily, it builds a cathedral. A single note is small, but when played consistently, it creates a symphony. So it is with your life. Small steps become giant destinies. And yet here lies the challenge that we often grow impatient. We want immediate results. We want the leap, not the step. But impatience robs us of destiny. The seed does not sprout the day it is planted. The tree does not bear fruit overnight. Growth takes time. Faith requires patience. And persistence demands trust in the unseen. There will be days when you feel weary, when progress feels invisible, when the step seems too small to matter. But remember this, every step counts, even when unseen, even when uncelebrated, even when unnoticed. Your steps are building momentum. The universe keeps no wasted effort. In these moments, discipline becomes your ally. Discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. It teaches you to honor the small steps, to respect the process, to trust that destiny is built daily. Discipline transforms dreams into reality by anchoring them in consistent action. And then comes vision. Vision is the compass. Without it, your small steps scatter like seeds thrown into the wind. But with vision, each step aligns with purpose. Vision transforms ordinary effort into meaningful progress. It gives significance to your small acts, reminding you that they are leading somewhere greater. But vision alone is not enough. You must persist. Persistence is the heartbeat of destiny. It is what turns effort into achievement, repetition into mastery, and setbacks into stepping stones. Persistence whispers, keep going when everything around you says stop. Persistence transforms failure into fuel and obstacles into opportunities. So when you feel tired, remember that every great destiny was carried forward by persistence. The inventor who failed 1,000 times before creating light. The writer who faced countless rejections before publishing a masterpiece. The leader who was ridiculed before changing the world. None of them leaped into greatness. They stepped, they persisted, and their persistence turned the ordinary into the extraordinary. And this brings us here to the deepest truth of all: your giant destiny is already within you. It is not something you must chase outside yourself. It is something you awaken with each small step you take. Your task is not to leap, but to walk faithfully, to trust the journey, to honor the present step. The future you long for is not built tomorrow, it is built today. Right now, with the choices you make, with the thoughts you entertain, with the steps you are willing to take, destiny is not hidden in the distance. It is being created in this very moment through the small but sacred actions of your daily life. So do not wait for the perfect moment. Do not wait until everything aligns. Begin now. Take the step before you. Write the first sentence. Make the first call. Offer the first kindness. Save the first coin. Build the first habit. And when you do, trust that these steps are not small at all. They're sacred. They are powerful. They are guiding you toward a destiny that is greater than you can imagine. One day you will look back and what seemed like small steps will reveal themselves as the path to a giant destiny. You will realize that nothing was wasted, that every step mattered, that each act of discipline, faith, vision, and persistence shaped you into the person you became. This is the beauty of life, that the extraordinary is hidden in the ordinary, that the giant is revealed through the small, that destiny is not leaped into but stepped into. So walk with courage, walk with faith, walk with vision, and above all, walk with persistence. Your steps, no matter how small, are carrying you into the vast greatness of your destiny. And when you arrive, when you stand upon the mountain of your life, you will smile. Not because of the leap you made, but because of the steps you never stopped taking.